Hello, and welcome to Havoc Wargaming, dedicated to bringing you the uncommon. For those of you who haven't met me, my name is Ron, and today we're going to do an after-action report of Butcher in Bold from 0200 Hour Games by Gray for Now Games. So let's get started. "0200 Hours" is a relatively new game by Gray for Now Games, which is about nighttime espionage and raids from World War II. Presently it has got a bias towards British forces. That's supposed to change in the future, but it's usually with the British as the attacker, as Germans as the defenders. And what we're going to see right now is one of the scenarios in the original book, which is Butcher and Bolt. Here is the table for today's game. This is Butcher and Bolt. The objective is for the SAS to damage at least half of the defending Germans and get out of there. It is the goal of the Germans to prevent that. We are using the optional barracks role, so there is an extra team of sentries asleep in the guardhouse just here, and we're going to go ahead and begin the game. First action falls to the Germans, to the defenders, and we get a single stripe. That's going to be a patrol route move. We're going to do the dog. So patrol route is white and a gray. They don't get any pluses because we don't have any alarm yet. Alarm is still at calm. So we get 3 stripes. That's probably not enough for the dog handler. Yeah, it is not. So he has reacted. We're going to activate a British trooper. Yeah, we're going to do advance with a team. Plan is to come in between that slot right there where you see the exit marker. Advance. So this is going to be 2 darks in white. Okay, we get 2 single stripes. That's probably enough. So we have 2 successes. It's going to give us a +4. Come in here. 4. They get 2 successes, so that's going to give them 8. First Brits have come onto the table. Now we have a German character. The only one on the table is the sergeant. The sergeant is right here. He can do a roving patrol. He's got, roving patrol is a react. He's got 2s for react, so he does have 2 successes. What that means is he can choose to turn either direction. He has a medal. That's going to be a recon. So he's going to turn this way. He's going to move for 4. I don't think he can see back there behind that car, so I don't believe he can do recon. We get a British trooper. They're going to attempt to sneak. They get 2 successes and face the wrong way. They also get a medal, which for sneak is a freeze or a recon. I'm going to go ahead and try that recon. They're right there. And there is a guy right here. They're going to try to do a recon on him. Can they do that? I think he may be out of... Nope. He's within 15. So that's going to be a recon. And just get the 2. Recon is going to be on smarts. They have a success. We get a German trooper. I'm going to activate the fellow way over here by the wall. He's going to do a patrol route. He makes some noise. Moves for 4 that way. That's a success, so he faces this way when he's done. The next Brit, that's going to be either the sergeant or the commander. Sergeant's going to do a sneak. He has 2 successes. I'm going to come in back here. That's going to give him an additional 4 inches for the sneak here. German trooper. I'll go ahead and move him. He's going to do roving patrol, or patrol route. He's going to move 4 inches to this direction. He's going to end up facing that way. Next Brit. It's another trooper. I'm going to go ahead and bring in the machine gun, I think. Alright, the machine gun makes a sound, but he still gets a success on his sneak. Forgot the brain gunner. The next German. I'm going to go ahead and move the guy that's right there next to the sergeant. He's going to do his patrol route. Okay, he would have got rid of the sound if he had one, but he doesn't. He's going to go 4 inches this way. He's going to end facing that way. He's going towards the patrol route that is there. The next Brit. I could either activate my sergeant a second time. And if I sneak, I'm going to, I'll move the other guy. It's too dangerous right now to... Alright. He gets rid of a sound, and he gets 2 successes. So the commander can move for 8. That actually takes us back down a level to comm. Alright, that's a time. That means that Germans pull an event card. They get street light. At the end of a defender's action, place 2 light markers within 10 inch of the center point of the table and at least 10 inches from each other. But that means they lose their turn. We get another officer. I'm going to go ahead and sneak again with the SAS officer. That's only 1 success. You have a recon or a freeze. I don't think he wants to use the freeze. And the recon, he's going to be facing the wrong direction. Oh, he's going to be out of line of sight. Oh, no, he's not. He's there. He's going to come to here. I'll just face the way he moved. All right, that's a German who has not moved. I think it's just them. I think it's just my field gendarmes at the door. So they're going to go ahead and start their roving patrols. They're going to move 4 inches towards that. They're going to end up facing this way. That's the second time. The Brits, they get engaged. First action, advance. Free second action, shoot. But because of that, it goes to the Germans' turn. All right, we get the second character. I only have the sergeant out there. Sergeant still doesn't detect him, so he has to do this as a roving patrol. Okay, his roving isn't good, but this is a success, so he's going to move 4 inches. He's going to turn though first, which is what's bad. And he's going to move 4 inches down this way. Leaves him ending up there. That is the third clock. Third clock brings the end of the turn. That takes us up to alert level 2 because it automatically goes up at the end of the turn. The activation markers all come off. They're going to go back into the cup. Alright, so we get a German corporal or a trooper. I'm going to go ahead and move. I'm going to move the guy that's sort of in harm's way over here. So he's going to continue on his patrol route. He gets a success and a medal. So he's going to continue moving 4 inches here. He's going to hit success, lets him turn facing right up there, which is what he wanted. He has a medal effect, and that guy's within 15. So medal effect for a patrol route, yeah. It is a recon, that's what I thought. So he's going to try to spot. He's got a line of sight. Let's move this building temporarily. He has a line of sight right over those barrels. See there? I think it's restricted sight, so I'm going to go ahead and lose the dark dye that he would be getting and just use the white dye. Just backwards of what I said I was going to do. Get a medal effect. That's not what I wanted. Medal effect would just be assist, which just gives somebody that's within 2 inches would have given him a bonus, but there isn't. So apparently he doesn't see him there. That was close. And we have British character. Do I deal with that? I could continue to sneak though. I think I may lose the plus modifier though. Yeah, I only get the 1 dark die because he's looking right at me. That's going to be a success with a medal. We're supposed to be killing people. We're not doing that. That's a German sentry. This one here. He's going to continue on his route. He's probably not with that. Yeah, that's a failure. So he's going to stay right there. British. Work on another SAS. Okay, do we sound the alarm now? Let's see, do we have range? One size 15. Rifle has 20. We do have range. A rifle has one white die. A 2 or under. I get it. So that's 1 hit. Okay, he's already activated, so he can't hit the deck. So we have to roll a wound. So this is a white die. It's only the 1 wound, so I only roll 1. And it hits on 2 stripes of 2. It's a medal. I did not move. That means I can re-roll because of accuracy. That is probably nothing. That's a minor wound. So he has to make a basic guts test. That's black and white. His guts, dog handler, guts is a 1, so it's pretty easy. But he are pretty hard actually, and he misses it. Does he get to re-roll? He'd re-roll if there was a friend within 2 inches, but there is not. So what that means is this goes to this, meaning minor injury, which is going to cost him his turn next turn. However, that's shooting with a non-silenced weapon. That takes us up to 4. We are now at suspicious. And does defender hit by shooting but not taken out? Does that count? Do minor hits count? Minor hits must count because he would be taken out otherwise, so that's 3. So we are almost at alarm raised already. Just like that. So now the defenders get a plus white die on both advance and patrol we get. The attacker may discard order cards and draw the next one. Defender bodies remain in place. Okay, so we were really close to having the alarm sounded. That didn't do quite what I wanted. I was hoping to at least take him out if I was going to raise that alarm. Alright, so this is going to be a German sentry. I'll go ahead and move these guys. That makes sense. They're doing a patrol. They get a medal and a success. They're going to move 4 inches in the direction they're heading. Unfortunately, they have to look at that. Or do we have an assist on that? I do have an assist on that. No, that would have let me change the direction, is what that would have done. All right. Apparently they don't know which way the shooting came from. And we have another activation by SAS. That's not right out of the table. I'm going to fix that right now. We're going to sneak him on. All right, so he's going to come in 6. That's going to be the German. I'm going to go ahead and put it, well, there's no choice. The air sergeant's the only one even on the table. Sergeant is 3, so those are failures. But he can use awareness to turn that way. Allied. He could do an advance. He could use the card. Yeah. Gonna roll an advance with him. That already fails. He makes noise. And that's important because that takes us to alarm raised. Second turn of the game, the alarm's already been raised. Okay. Alright, so the reserves actions immediately get added. I get a German sentry. I'm going to go ahead and try to activate him along the fence line. Add action tokens. Fighters in reserve, remove any bodies. Sentries no longer make patrol road actions. They can now make roving patrol. Advance and patrol actions still gain +1. Defending fighters can make shoot and fight actions. The defender may now choose to discard the first event card they draw. Attacker can no longer redraw their cards. Alright, this doesn't look good. Sentry, yeah, that isn't good. So he doesn't do anything. I get another character. He's going to try to do a shoot. The shoot would let him move 2 inches. He may not be able to do that. What's the range on that gun? 10. Yeah, he's out of range. But he could do the advance, so that's what we'll do. I'll play the card. He needs 2s. Oh, well, that makes sense. It's 1 hit. The weapon does a strength of 1. That's not a strength of 1. He has to roll a trauma roll. And that is a failure. So he is now gone. So we've finally taken out a character. And that's the other, the sergeant here. And I think what we want to do, I've got people on the road right there. I've got this guy here and that and him there. Neither of them are discovered. However, he will be if I'm going to move the 2 inches. Leaving me in cover there. Then I'm going to fire. Those are probably all hits. Yeah, those are all hits. 3 hits. It's SNG, hits on 1s. One of those is a hit. Oh, but he cannot duck back or anything because so he's just gone. That's not a trauma roll, that's gone, that's a hit. That's the second character out. We're starting to have some effect. That's the German, like either the air sergeant, or I could try to activate the officer. But I'm going to do the sergeant. Now I'm going to try to bring the new one in. And we do. Begin the response. They're both successful, and he has a medal. So that's 8. Bring him up to the gate there. Corporal. I'm going to sneak these guys. So that SAS pair just moved right alongside the truck there, the Ford. That's a German sentry. I have one sentry here who I still haven't moved. I don't think he has he can do a rove though. Not with that he can't. This is the Brits again. They get another SAS trooper. Do I bring in the new guy? Do I move the machine gun? All right, gets 1 success and a medal. It's another German sentry. I think I've moved all the sentries on the table, so I'll have to do a smart roll to bring. I'll do the ones for the guys in there first. That's probably not a success. No. The SAS. Another trooper. Bring in the new guy. This new trooper came in. He made noise sneaking in though. Wasn't very successful, so he has an alert on him. What was that? This is a German leader. I could try to move in the new guy, or I can move the sergeant. The sergeant's got targets now. I'm gonna do the sergeant. Oh, he still can't shoot because he hasn't detected the guy. He can't shoot because he can't see them. Oh, maybe he can. Are we within the 9 thing? No. Let's check that roll. Close action. Or close watch. Fighters in line of sight within 2 inches of an enemy or 6 inches of the enemy is clear view. Oh, it's only 6. So we're not in clear view. Yeah, he doesn't see him there. So I guess he's going to have to do a roving patrol. Unless he doesn't know he's there. 2 successes. We know he's there now because he just alerted. That's not what he wanted. And he's going to move 4 inches this way and then turn over here. And he's just out of the 6. Geez. This would go to us. Well, it was ours. It should go to the Germans. The Germans, they can take it because it's a duplicate. It's the 1 extra. That's because we've activated it, even though it's our turn and we pulled a character or a 2-striper. We can't do it, so it immediately goes to the enemy. And they do have one here. He can advance. He certainly can advance. He's got a target right there. And he's got 2 successes, so that's going to be 8. sees the other officer right there in the road. That's a trooper. Let's see, do I have troopers who have not gone yet? All of the Allied have gone. So we're going to do stat roll for the new dog handler. And he activates. He's going to do an advance. Well, he probably can't. He's going to do a roving patrol. No, he's not. He's just going to stand there. And the next one, oh man, I forgot to put the clocks back in. That's another handler, or another sentry. Command. That's a failure. And failure. And failure. Okay. So that's the end of the turn. So the markers go back in. We remain at raise for the rest of the game. From now on, the smart rolls for the reserves are gone. They're just going to come in. So there will be reserves coming down the street now. All right, so the Germans get to go first, and they activate one of their leaders. He's still not a close watch. Those guys are in close watch. All right. Yeah, there should have been when they moved into that, well, when he moved in, I guess, they should have been then on close watch just because they're within 6 inches and in view of him. So he's going to shoot. He is armed with a submachine gun. Submachine guns are 3 dice, 3 whites. He's successful on 2s. That is 3 hits. So to do wounds, a submachine gun is on 1 stripes. So none of those are successful. But that does count as a... No, they hadn't activated actually. They could have done the duck back. Hit the deck and keep your head down. A ready fighter must take this action in response to accurate shots. That would have been before the wounding. It has to use the ability to react. It's probably not successful anyway. So that would have reduced his negatives. It's going to count as his action though. As it turned out, they survived anyway, so now he just has to make a trauma roll. Their guts is 1. They are okay. And that was the German turn. We get a British trooper. Oh, I can shoot, can't I? Are they within 15? And they're not within 15. I can do a sneak. And I can do it with an extra white because they're one of them's looking. So that's 1 success. Come around the corner for 4. Germans, they get a trooper. Oh, I'm going to activate the guys on the street there. Why wouldn't I? Yeah. I'm going to activate the rifle. He's going to turn. He's going to fire. The rifle is only 1. Okay, 1. He is they're gendarmes, so they need a 1. That is a mess. All right, troopers. Oh, we'll go ahead and do a sneak with the Bren gun. Successful. And his alert comes off. That's good news. Germans. I'll go ahead and try to activate the guys in the building. Shoot to the window there. He can re-roll that with an assist because there's the guy right with him, but that's still a mess. This is going to be a leader. Oh, it's going to be our leader. He's going to shoot with that Tommy gun at their sergeant. Right there in the open. 2 hits. I think that's an assist, which he can't use right now. Yeah. But that's still 2 hits. He does have an activation left. He could do a duck back. So that's what's going to happen. He has to do that. So we're going to do duck back. Okay. He is... Yeah, it is react, so that's 2 successes. So he stops to 2 hits. Germans, they get an officer move. Let's advance. It's 3, 6. He advances 10. I'll enter this tree here. I'm gonna get the truck. That's the first clock. It is an order card because it is the allied turns. They get Overwatch. As their action, the fighter moves up to 2 inches, turning freely and makes a recon roll. Free second action is shoot. That means it is now their turn. They get a clock card, so they get an event card. Sudden Moonlight. Use attacker action. They get to take a covert off, but they also can get rid of this and choose another one, and I'm going to do that. Oh, I should have kept that one. Ready for trouble. User. Attacker, shoot, or fight action targeting an unready sentry who cannot duck or defend. This sentry makes a free duck. Oh, that's good. That's a good card. Again, the allied turn. I have 1 guy left, I think, and he can advance. Probably can't do an advance with that. It is the German turn. The Germans get to activate a sentry. They have one back here. We'll activate him for a roving patrol. He gets a success. He gets to move 4 inches this way, watching the new guys come in. This is also going to be them. I'm going to do a roving patrol with the other guy there. He doesn't move anywhere. Good move. It's a roving patrol. You should be moving this way, but that's off the table. And move this way. That's going to be a new group. Sentry, the team of sentries, they're going to do a roving patrol. They are not. And another one. This is a gendarme. He just stands there. And that is the end of the turn. So this is the beginning of another turn. You've got almost all the Germans on the table now. There's still one who hasn't activated yet. There's actually some in there too. I shouldn't say activated. Nobody's activated yet. It's the beginning of a new turn. And we get a German trooper. What do we have here? That is a Feldgendarme. I'm going to activate them because we've got guys in the street there. One's visible. So we're going to activate them. I think we're going to do a shoot. If we can. We certainly can. That's these guys to the commander that's in the road there. I'm going to activate the rifle, I think. SMG's range is only 10 inches. Yeah. So I have to activate the rifle. The rifle is one die, one white. It's going to succeed. Well, first we have to roll to see if it even hits. So that's going to need a 1 stripe. So that's kind of rough. Maybe I should. He could have moved 2 inches. I got 1 stripe. That's a hit. Now we have to roll to see if it does a wound. So he can roll a react. His react is 2 stripes. That is a successful react. So he's going to count as ducked back. That's going to take 1 of his actions. So now it is the British turn. The Brits get, this could be him. I guess I could move the building again. I've got the sergeant over here. He's going to shoot at the German sergeant who's right there. He is armed with a submachine gun, with a Thompson. He is well within the required distance. Submachine gun is 3. It does spread, but nobody's within 2 inches. The sergeant has 2 stripes. So this would have given him a spread, but those are both hits. Except that, again, we can do a duck back. So he's going to activate for a duck back. This is react. German sergeant reacts on 2s. So he has a success, and that's useless. That stops 1 of the hits, but 1 is still going to get through. So now we roll the 1 die. It has to roll a single stripe. It gets a single stripe. So that is a hit. Well, that character is dead. We have killed another character. In this case, it's one that matters. There are 13 Germans, so the halfway point is, I guess, 7. And we have 3. It's the German turn. The Germans get, it is a clock. So the Germans get to pull an event. And they get, Dear John Leonard, attacker passes a trauma roll, the attacker must re-roll. And now we go to the Brits again. And we get a trooper. I'm going to activate the trooper in the road with a light machine gun. It has a range of 25 inches, so we should be fine. This is going to be, the man in the back there is armed with a Bren, and he's going to fire at these guys here. A light machine gun is 3. It is very loud. It's 3 in the dark. If he gets any alert, it's going to apply no matter what. So coverts will not undo an alert with this weapon. His shoot is 2, so he needs two stripes. He's only got 1 hit. And he did not get a metal effect, so he cannot merge it. They cannot duck, though. So we roll to see if it damages. A LMG does on 2. No. Oh, actually, they get to roll a trauma roll. Trauma roll is a single. So that does go to minor wound. Well, that was a little less than impressive. And the Germans get an officer, a commander. They're down 1. I'm going to do an advance with him. Advance is going to be 2 whites because of the alarm level and a black. It is a brawn for the air officer. His brawn is 2. He gets 1 success. So he's going to move into cover over here. And I'm going to go ahead and do street light. Use the end of a defender's action. Place 2 light markers within 10 inches of the center point of the table and at least 10 inches from each other. Put 1 here. And The other one I'm going to put there. The Brits get an order card. They get combined arms. First action, shoot. Free support action. Friendly fighter within 10-inch fight. But that means now the Germans' turn. And we get another action for the officer. We're going to do a shoot with the officer. He's going to move 2 inches to the corner here. Fighters within 2 inches of a light mortar count is detected until they move further away. So he's not within 2 inches. Fighters get the advantage if they have clear view to the enemy. So he has to move 6 inches. He is. So he's back visible again. And so I can shoot. He's only carrying a pistol though. 2 dice. It is double tap and quick draw. Alright, that's going to be important. I have at least 1 success. Yeah, I have 1 success, but I have double tap, so I can re-roll the metal effect. Oops, that was the wrong one. All he did is give away his position, which is already known. Officer could duck back. Let's try that. That's probably a failure. That is a failure, so he might take a hit. The pistol does a hit on 1. Nope, and it goes to red. But he has suffered a minor wound, and it is. So that is okay. The German officer's already gone, so it's going to go to the Brits. He's right there in the corner there. He's got a German around the corner. I think that's what I need to do. I think I need to advance. His brawn is 3. All right, so those are 2 successes on a medal, which is caution. We're not going to use caution. Caution to the wind. So that's going to be 6. This is the 1 success. He's going to come on over to here. So it falls to the Germans again. Germans get a trooper. We have a lot of troopers who haven't done anything. I'm going to go ahead and try to activate some of these guys that have done nothing through the whole game out here in the back. I'll try to do an advance with this trooper. His react, is it a field or not? He is. His react is only 1, but he's got it. So he can go 6 inches this, actually, he goes 6 inches that way. That's a British trooper. Yeah, I'm going to try to advance them. Wow, I got 2 medals and a 3. SAA trooper teams have a react of 2, so that's not successful. And on the advance, that's a caution, so they go nowhere. I think they've been going nowhere for a while, haven't they? Germans get a trooper. Got to try to activate the other trooper that's down here by the wall. He is a regular sentry, but he has to do roving patrol. All right, he's already got an alert marker on him, so that doesn't matter. 2 successes, neither of which are directions he'd want to go. He's going this way. Useless. This is a British trooper. We have the gentleman with the sniper weapon who's doing nothing. He's going to try to advance. He's back there behind the truck. He's going to try to advance. His react is on a 2. So that's 2 successes, and he gives himself an alert marker. 8. We can go over to here though. We get a German sentry action. I'm going to try to move the dog watcher, the dog walker, who is right over here. He's going to do roving patrol. That's 1 success. And he's the wrong way. And that is the last remaining of the Brits. They're right here to start with. Do shoot. You can move 2 inches to there. He follows. He's armed with an Enfield. That's only one die, one white, one black. He's a regular SAA trooper team. So firing is on 2. I get 1 hit and I got a medal. Go ahead and re-roll the medal. That's a miss. So it's 1 hit. He cannot fall back, so we roll the 1 die to see if it does any damage. It needs a 1. I rolled a medal, but that means that the officer has been wounded. Minor wound is what that means. And then we get another German sentry. Gonna go ahead and move some of the guys that are in the building who get a head start and yet aren't doing anything with it. Actually, the one in the window can shoot. So he's going to shoot at the commanding officer. He's shooting with a rifle. That's 1 white and 1 gray, 1 light, 1 dark. That's probably 1 hit. So 2, yeah, so that's 1 hit. He cannot back up because he's already backed up. Roll to see if it hits. It does not. It does, however, mean that flips over. All right, that's gonna be bad for him. He's gonna be stuck there. We'll pull another marker. It's gonna be a sentry, but I've activated all the Brits, so it's gonna be one of the German sentries. I have another man in there, so I'm gonna go ahead and activate him. He's going to do a advance. He gets a success, a alert, and a medal. But the medal for this is just caution, so that's not particularly helpful to anybody. So but he can come 6 inches out, so he's going to come on out. Oh. Here, I guess, right now. Okay, and the next marker is going to be another German sentry. Okay, I think that's these guys here, and I think that's a team. I don't think they can advance, so they're going to have to do a random patrol. That's going to be 1 success and an alert. And that's the end of the turn. Reds that stay out get flipped over to their white, like they've already acted. And we begin again with the Germans. And we get a German. I'm going to go ahead and activate this German in the window here. He's going to shoot again at the commander. That is a hit. He cannot back up. And that is a hit. We have lost a character. Oh. All right. Another order card. I get silent attack, a sneak, and then a fight. Now it goes back to the Germans. Germans get another trooper activation. Yeah, I'm going to activate some of the guys in the back. I'm going to do an advance with this guy here. Probably not with that. So he can move 6 inches forward. Here. British action. British trooper. I'm putting this on the Bren gun again. Bren is way back here. He's going to shoot at them. He can move for 2. I'm going to go ahead and do that because he's got to start thinking about cover. He's just going to get shot over here. I'm going to move him 2 inches to here. Then I'm going to shoot at the one in the middle there. The Bren gun does 3 and a black, and it's going to hit 2 stripes. So that's going to be 2 hits. Oh, I'm sorry. That is 3 hits. Unfortunately, he cannot do his spread, I don't think. I think spread's a... All right, if there's 1 or more enemy within 2 inches of the target and in line of sight, roll 1 extra die. So it would just be 1 extra die. The first success result from the shoot action hits the target as normal. Each success after that hit hits the nearest fighter from either side within 2 inches of the target. If there's still hits left over, then everyone within 2 inches has been hit. Start again with the target. So we're going to roll 1 more die because we should have had that. That's also a hit, so that's 4 hits. So we're going to roll first for the guy we first hit. Light machine gun damages on a 2, so it's going to be on him. That's a miss. Then the next one's going to be on that guy. That is a success. He cannot fall back. That goes to that. The last guy can fall back, or can try to. That's him here. React on a 1, so that does not fall back. Roll for him. 2. Light machine gun. Okay, so he's hit. One more, which I'm going to put back on the original guy. And that's a hit. So that comes off because they have been dropped. Getting a little closer to pulling this off. Okay, so he has to make a trauma roll for having seen his friends taken out. That's going to be a 1 for a sentry. It's the same as a casualty, actually. He's taken out. I guess that probably in his case means he runs away, but that's important for this scenario. We're almost there. We need to take one more guy out. But it is a German turn, and it is a German corporal or trooper. We've got these guys over here still. We're going to do this group first. They're patrolling. They get 2 successes. They're both the same direction, so they're going to come on over to here. And the Brits, we get another corporal or trooper. Let's activate Stealth Boy. He's going to go ahead and do an advance. Okay, can't use that metal. His brawn is 2, so those are 2 successes anyway, so he's going 8 inches. That puts an alert on this guy here. I'm going to go ahead and play engage to shoot that guy with my pistol. That gives me a free addition. Shoot specifically. I'm going to lose a die because he's in cover. It's a shooting with a pistol, double tap. So, okay, so 1 hit. He cannot duck back because he already has. So we're going to roll again to see if it does any damage. Needs a single stripe. It does not get it. All right, and that's, the Germans get another clock, which means they get another event. They get report, defender sentry action. As his action, the fighter makes an advance action towards a friendly character at line of sight within 15. Allied, we get another trooper. I'm going to go ahead and activate those guys right here that don't seem to be that eager to go anywhere. They're going to do an advance. That's probably 1 success, I'm thinking. I'm going to activate the Thompson. He's going to go to here. And his teammate is going to go to here. The Germans. So I could play that card I just got. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and play that event card to get this guy. Well, I guess I have to pull a token first. Sure. He's going to advance this direction, and he's got 3 successes, so that's 6, that's 10 inches. He's going to make it all the way to them. German turn. They get to activate their officer. They shoot the guy right around the corner there. He's armed with a pistol. This is going on right at the corner there. Okay, that's at least 2 hits. They have not activated, so they can try to duck back. This is a react. They have 1 success and a metal action, so they're going to take a hit. So this is a pistol. It hits on a 1. That does not hit, so they take a minor wound. And it is the British turn, and I get a officer. Yeah, I'll fall back to there. Shoot at him. He has a Thompson. That's 3 and a black. I'm calling that cover, so he's going to lose 1. He shoots her on 2s. He has 1 hit. Cannot fall back. The submachine gun injures on a 1. That's a metal effect. But he had it's already on red, so that is our 7th. We have met the requirement We now have to get off the table. And it is their action. I'm going to try to activate this fellow. He has to do a roving patrol. And he goes nowhere. Our actions. I get a trooper. I'm going to activate the guy back here who's done nothing in the whole game. He's right here. This is his exit point, which is why I'm activating him. Yay. That's useless. This is the German leader. The German leader's already gone, so it's going to be the British leader who's lost the target. He's going to shoot at the German leader. This is actually the British sergeant, not the leader, but so it's going to be 2 hits. The metal effect doesn't do anything. He cannot dock back, so I roll for the submachine gun effect on a single stripe. That's a hit. That's a hit. He's gone. Turn ends. All right, so we've reached the first part of the goal. Now it's just a case of getting off the table. Germans go first. They get with a trooper. I'm going to go ahead and activate the fella here. He's firing from that window where he's been firing, all the way out to the Bren gun. That's 1 hit, I believe. Yes. He can possibly avoid that by ducking back. He does, but that counts as his action. Now it's the British action. The officer, he's going to do it. He's right here. He's going to do an advance back. That's 1 success, which allows him to go 6 inches. And the German turn, we get the German officer's gone. So that goes to my officer, who's going to do that again. My sergeant, I keep calling him an officer. That's a 3. So that's 2 successes. That's going to be 8 inches. That's probably going to get him off the table. That is. So he's safely away. German turn. Corporal. I'm going to go ahead and try to activate the dog. So he's going to move 4 inches the wrong way. This dog guy is just refusing to be involved in this fight. We get an order card for the Allies. We get prowl. First action, sneak. Free second action is sneak. And I get to move a German. We're going to do the team that is right there. They're going to have to do random because they're getting away. More than 15 away. Okay, they're going the wrong way. It's like they're giving up. Allied. That's the second order for the Allies. Diversion. Shoot. The fighter gains +1. Result, remove an alert marker from a friend who's at loot case. That's not going to be really helpful at this stage. The Germans, that's the end of that turn. Alright, so we pick a German first. German trooper. Gotta go ahead and fire the guy in the window again, because, you know, he's good at this. Okay, that's a hit. No, that's possibly 2 hits. Nope, that's 1 hit. He can duck back though. Okay, but that's not going to be successful. So he does count as activated, but he's still also, he's gone. This is a Brit. It's going to be a trooper. I'm going to move the guy in the back there who never seems to be able to go anywhere. He's going this time. So that's our second character off the table. Sergeant and 1 trooper. And 4, basically. That's going to be a German trooper. I'm going to go ahead and move the dog guy right here, who seems determined to go the wrong way. He's going the right way this time. And he gets a recon roll. 1s, he's got 1. Oh, that may have been possible. No, he didn't light. So he certainly sees him over there. Germans. This is going to be a trooper. I'm going to move the team that's over here. They're going to advance to here. Move the team that's here, try to advance over to here. I only get 1 success, so that's only 6 inches. So that's fine. I only have to get 1 guy off the table now. German turn. This fellow here. Random. I'm going to use that one, which will take him 4 inches the right direction this way. Another Brit. I think the only guys I have remaining are the two there. So they're going to start advancing to the exit. Oh, no, I have one here too. So they're going to move to there. German turn. Those guys by the guardhouse, they're going to do a roving move. There are a team of sentries. Their react is 1, so that's 2 successes. They're going to go this way. And that's going to be the new guy. It's going to come up here. Now we're going to start what is almost certainly going to be the last turn of the game. Germans, of course, as always, get to go first. The Germans get an event card. Reinforcements, end of the defender's action, add 1 extra sentry to your force, plus action token and recruitment card. Starting in reserve, or at least half of the sentries in your force have been taken out, then add a pair of sentries instead. Brits get an order card, not what I wanted. Coordinate, sneak and sneak. First action sneak, friendly fighter within 10 sneak. Turn is over. So much for it ending that turn, huh? Hardly any actions at all. This might be the last turn. All right, that's a German. Random patrol with this guy. This is probably it. A sneak. Sneak is a 4-inch. Uses reaction. Reaction is 2. That's 2 successes. That's plus 2 inches. So it's going to make it 6 inches. Is that enough? That is. That is the end of the game. We managed to make it off the table. Yeah, so we have achieved both our primary and secondary objectives. We did take 2 casualties, but other than that, we successfully got off the table. I feel like Butcher and Bolt doesn't really feel like 0200 Hours game. It seems bizarre that you're just coming on and doing damage. I have a feeling this is the second scenario in the book. The first scenario is a normal war game, frankly. It's called Hunted, and it's pretty much like a normal war game. So I think this may have been an intermediary step to get you a little more familiar with the covert and overt rules before getting to the real raid sort of scenarios. Not that something like this may not have happened just to disrupt the defense, but still, it doesn't feel like the full-on game to me. I enjoyed the game still. Like I say, I do enjoy 0200 Hours. I hope you've enjoyed watching it. So that was Butcher and Bolt, one of the scenarios out of the 0200 Hour game by Great For Now Games. If you have any questions about the game itself, or you play the game itself and would like to share your opinions or ideas or comments about it, please do that in the comment section down below. We also look to the comment section for any ideas for further content you'd like to see us produce here on Cry Havoc Wargaming. If you've enjoyed this video, I hope that you'll hit like, and if you'd like to continue to receive notification for videos like this one that may help you determine how to better spend your time or money in your tabletop wargaming hobby, then I hope you'll hit subscribe and ring our notification bell. Till next time, cheers.